Once upon a time, there lived a king named Dharmaraja. He was very generous and a honest king. He looked at the people like they were his own family. He cared for them and he would give anything for them. One fine day, his wife called him and said this to him.
My king, it has been a long time since you have gone on a vacation with me. Can we both go somewhere so that we can forget our worries?
Now why you want to go for a vacation, Queen? But there is no special wonder in our kingdom. Are you planning on going and visiting another kingdom with me?
My king, I do not intend on going to another kingdom. What I want to do is to visit the marketplace of our own kingdom, where I have heard that they have been selling lot of clothing, food items and even silk sarees to other nations. I would like to see in front of my own eyes how these things are made and how they are operated.
I agree with you, my queen. The saris and the clothing that we sell from our kingdom has got worldwide recognition and people all over the world want to come and purchase it. Today I have a very important meeting, but I shall take you tomorrow to the place where you want to go. Can you please wait for a day?
After listening to what the king said, Queen becomes very delighted. The king then goes to the meeting that he was supposed to attend. There he sees lot of ministers and lot of soldiers.
May I know why have we organized this meeting? Is there any problem?
My king, every single year we have a lot of people visiting our kingdom to go to the pilgrimage of Kasi, and it is a tradition for our government to only accept quarter of their earnings, and we always reimburse them by giving away the rest of the money.
Yes, I am aware of that. That has been happening since the time of my father. What is the issue with that?
My king, the only issue with that is that for the past few years, there have been reports from the secret police of our kingdom that some ministers are taking bribes from the people that want to go to a pilgrimage to Kasi. I urge you to find these men and arrest him as soon as possible because they are discrediting the honorable rule that your father created. It is important for us to punish them as soon as possible.
I disagree with that, my king. I think the finance minister has been ill-informed. I do not think that the people of our kingdom are so dishonorable that they would accept bribes from people that want to visit Kasi. I think you have created a great environment and I don't think they will ever betray you like that. I agree with what the minister is saying. All the officials of our kingdom are very honorable and generous men. They would never ever do such a thing like that. I would like to know from your side, do you know anybody from personal experience that can attest to the crimes you are accusing them of? If you do know someone like that, please mention to me as soon as possible so that I can investigate.
My king, I do not think that normal people are brave enough to come and give a complaint about the minister. They fear that it might have several repercussions and consequences.
We have been arranging these Kasi pilgrimages for several years, but not a single person has ever given a complaint about bribery. This does not mean that they are afraid. This only means that it has never happened in the history of Kasi pilgrimage. Even I agree to what you are saying. By the way, what is the need for our ministers to ever take extra money as bribes? We give them a very hefty salary compared to several other nations and we give it on time to them. They live a very luxurious life anyway. They have no need for extra bribes.
My king, making you think that everybody that are working for you are honorable just like you are. But you might be very wrong in that mindset. I have been getting several informations that this bribery has been going on severally for the past 2 years. And it is my job to give this information to you.
Just as you said, all you have is nothing but information. If you have a witness that can testify to what you are accusing them of, then we can definitely punish them. Until then, we should not get to any serious conclusions. Let us wait and watch.
The next day, several men were entering the kingdom to travel to Kasi. Meanwhile, the king and the queen also left for the kingdom so that they can visit all the shops and the markets that they wanted to visit. Everybody in the kingdom welcomed the king and queen with open arms. At that moment, the king and queen visited a shop named Ratnachari, which had several clothings, jewelry and saris. The queen liked it very much.
I have heard from a lot of people that your shop gives the best sarees in the entire nation. But only now can I understand how serious their price was when I saw it with my own eyes. How is it that you are able to create such perfect clothings all the time?
The fact that you have liked my saris, it's a very honorable and privileged compliment to my work. Please tell me which you want.
The queen starts selecting several saris and several other clothings.
I request you to kindly send this to my palace as soon as possible.
After a while, Queen travels back to the palace and asks her husband to take all the clothes that she has selected from Ratnacharya's shop. The king immediately calls his minister and orders him to do this.
My wife has selected a lot of clothing materials from Ratnachari's shop. I want you to purchase it with money and bring it back to me as soon as you possibly can.
Minister replied like this after listening.
My king, just wait for a while. I shall bring it back.
Minister goes to the superintendent and assigns him the work what king gave him. Then superintendent then goes and talks to the commander and tells him about what to bring back. Then commanders go there and informs the Ratnachari.
If the queen wants, I shall give my entire shop to her. This is her favorite clothing. Please give it to her.
The shopkeeper packs 25 saris and 25 bed sheets for the queen, and he also gives clothing to the soldiers, and he gives it away for free. Soldiers says this to him.
We appreciate you giving these 2 clothings for us, but what we'll do if our superior officers ask us?
Ratnachari, after realizing the situation, I proceed to give multiple clothings to each and every officer that were higher ranking than the soldiers, including superintendent, commander and minister. Ratnachari was thinking terribly and he thinks himself like this.
The clothing that the queen purchased today is almost worth 1 lakh. I wonder when will the king pay me back for all the clothing that I had sent to him.
As the days passed, the payment was not still received to Ratnachari. He did not know what to do, so he thought he could go and ask someone of the ministers. But then he realized that it would not be a good idea, so he thought of giving it a hand letter with his signature to the finance minister, gave to the confidential soldier. One of those soldiers goes and gives it to the finance minister, who passes it to the assistant, and then his advisor passes it to other person. That person calls the other person and tells him like this.
How is it possible that Ratnachari, I was able to directly send a letter to the finance minister? It should be going from us so that we do not get caught for our crimes. If the finance minister would have seen this, we would all be in trouble and we would have been punished by now. He has already got information that we take bribes for people who go to their Kasi pilgrimage. If they get to know that we have taken the money that Queen gave for the purchase of the saris, we will be in more severe trouble. You should do something and shut Ratnachari's mouth.
The next day, as Ratnachari waiting for the money to reach him, he met not only the disappointment but humiliation as well. One of the henchmen of the tax collector came to his shop.
I have to investigate your shop. I have received several information that you do not pay your taxes regularly, and you also have an unknown amount of wealth that you have hidden within your house.
The tax collector put false case on him and ended up in impressing him for the crimes that he did not commit. The shopkeeper, wife and children were very worried and they felt absolutely heartbreak as their father was in the prison. After few months, Ratnachari's father, who visited to Kasi, has returned to town and reached home. He met his daughter-in-law and grandchild and they told him everything that has occurred until then. He immediately went and met a close friend of finance minister and arranged an appointment to meet.
I apologize that my son was stupid enough to ask you people for money. We should have just given anything that you asked for free. It is because we asked you for money that you have imprisoned my son and put him in jail. It is one thing to not give us what we are owed, but to imprison my son for something that he hasn't done is too terrible. Everything that my son has earned, he earned it righteously and he always pays his taxes. Here are the details that prove my son is innocent. Please look at it.
The father handovers the minister proof of all the taxes. The finance minister was evaluating all the proofs that he gave him. The father looks at him and says this.
My son also gave several clothings for free to all the ministers and the workers of this palace. Please keep that in mind and release my son as he is absolutely innocent.
After listening to what the father said, finance minister writes a letter, enhances it to the father and says this.
Please take this letter and give it to the guards in the jail. They will immediately release your son. I will go and investigate everything about the clothing that was bought by our queen. Meanwhile, could you please tell me if you have paid anything extra in your visit to the Kasi pilgrimage? Because I would like to know if there are any bribes there as well.
The father was very confused and he did not know whether to answer this question or not. He thought that it would be risky, and that moment finance minister reassured him.
You do not need to be scared of anything. If there has been bribes paid, please let me know. I shall also keep your name anonymous so that you can feel safe.
They had claimed that due to the inflation of prices, that the money is required for food, stay in accommodation has been increased. Therefore, that is why they said that they were charging bribes, and I paid them an extra amount in my pilgrimage to Kasi.
Fine, you can leave now. I shall take care of every single thing after this.
The father immediately released his son from the prison using the letter that finance minister gave. Those weeks, the business of Ratanchari was deeply destroyed and he could not have anything to his name anymore. He looked at his father and said this.
I'm going to take these matters into my own hands. I'm going to immediately send a letter to the king directly.
After Ratan's father heard what he said, he had a deep breath and said this to him.
You have always been a stupid child. If you would have just kept your mouth shut and accepted that the queen would take things from you without asking for a payment, this would not have happened to you. The money that we lost with the clothes that we gave to the queen could be earned back. But we lost our respect and honor because of you going to jail. This is all your fault.
It cost about more than 1 lakh, father. How can we expect to get it back? Not only did I give the queen a lot of clothes, I also gave it to all the ministers as well.
After listening to what Ratna said, his father replied silently.
You could have earned more than what you lost, you idiot. By making more money, you could have also gained the trust of the king. But you missed to do that.
Is it such a crime to ask money for what we are?
His father responds to what he said.
It is not a crime to ask for money, but it is the way you ask for the money that has caused you all this shame and dishonor to you and your family.
I do not understand what you are saying. Could you please explain to me everything?
Just because the king is a good man doesn't mean that everybody that are working under him could be good men as well. Thinking that everybody in a nation are honorable is the stupidest thing that you could ever do. You should be street smart and clever enough to know how to deal with these inappropriate men, with their bribes and their dishonesty. Being honest will not get you anywhere. It will only put you to the ground and destroy you.
Could you please tell me what I should have done instead? Stop circling around and get to the subject that you want to speak.
The first mistake that you did is to give these soldiers extra clothing for free. It's a type of bribe as well. You did that because you wanted them to like you and support you. But you see how what happened, it all backfired and destroyed you. Instead of sending it to the soldiers, you could have directly gone to the palace and given those clothing to the queen. In that way, you could have got paid immediately in front of everybody, and at the same time, you could have got a lot of glory and honor. So much that you could have started advertising your clothes by saying that these are the clothes that the queen bought, and it would have helped our business immensely. You did nothing, and what happened? You are now in shambles.
You're right, father. What you said is 100% true. I should have thought about this before itself.
Seeing father's experience and talent in business, Ratnachari was shocked. After a few months pass by, finance minister calls his father of Ratna and invites him to the palace. As soon as finance minister sees Ratna's father, he says this to him.
The money that Ratna is owned through what he had given to our queen and all the ministers will be repaid to him in double amount. Not only that, also the money that you gave as a bribe for the Kasi pilgrimage will be repaid to you as well. And all the men that were involved in this scam and in this bribery will not only be taken away from their jobs, will also be imprisoned by us soon. What you have done has made us expose a lot of leeches in our own kingdom. And we would like to appreciate you for being such an honorable person. And as we checked, we also released that you have paid all your taxes diligently.
Ratna's father gladly accepts the money that the finance minister gave him, and he goes back to his family and gives his to his son and his grandchildren. His son realizes the mistake that he had done and started taking advice from his father to conduct the business. After a few months, the business was booming again like huge duel, and everything started happening normally. No more bribes were taken in the kingdom again. Ratnachari and his family lived very happily.
If you like this story, do like it, share it. For more news stories, please subscribe our New Stories Book English YouTube channel.